Canterbury, all part of what's been shipped over here especially. So it's a bit of Aussie gold that's temporarily here in New Zealand. The Aussie bike tours number 3, Eddie Garner. We talked before about the Indian motorcycles, of course, and just to be explicit, that this one is actually, of course, a Harley Davidson, but it fits into the same realm. So that's the right word to use. Fits into the same category. Well, welcome today to the Southland Sports Car Club. They're our official timers for this event. So it's quite a unique art, as well as the fact that the special equipment, unlike a motorcycle racetrack where you start and finish at the same point, you don't do it with a hill climb like this. So to have the radio controlled setup that we do here is very unique, plus the fact that you've actually got 2 bikes on the track at the same time. If we were to wait for everyone to do their own complete run, it would take much longer. So there's actually, the next one starts before the other one is finished. So effectively there are 2 bikes on the track at one time. So the unique way of keeping our timing going like that means that we can run a far more polished event. Nice up there that Eddie's been able to get the machine to idle like this. Listen to it, just ticking over beautifully. You could listen to that all day, couldn't you? You could have that for breakfast, lunch and tea. Unfortunately for Eddie, he's just up here. There is a little, just as we're giving all the credit to the timing, commentator's curse, as we like to call it, just a little bit of a glitch, is a polite name to use it, as we just get to see. So what they do is, of course, there's a beam there, and when the beam is broken, that's when it starts. So they just need to reset that each time. Getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. In fact, there he is now to warm up, to warm up, to warm up. Listen to that beautiful sound of a Harley Davidson. The older they were, the better they sounded. That's just my analogy anyway. 7 up here for John Warmold, and John, he's over the page on my list. No, fact, sorry, 7, oh, here it is, down the bottom. Race sidecars for years, and at 73 decided 70 racing on an Indian hand shift. So there you go, 73 years of age, ladies and gentlemen. So for any of you out there are nudging that kind of age, well, you can think about it as still doing something valuable in your life. How's that, 73? Fantastic. All right, so the Indians of this era, they had the front drum brake on the right-hand side and had the rear brake on the left side. They had the chain driving on the opposite side to the brake. They only had a single cam activated brake, nothing like the twin leading shoe technology. Listen to that, absolutely beautiful. Got to love those turn-down handlebars, don't we? Man, oh man, if there's ever a great shot, it's those photos of these bikes racing all those years ago with those turn-down handlebars. Why, of course, because they still needed to have the spring head suspension. Oh, red flag. We've gone to a red flag. That means that the class will be halted. Class will be halted. Red flag. There is an incident on the racetrack. Thank you. It's actually to do with a fault with the timing. Thank you. I've been advised it is a fault with the timing that will need to be fixed. Presumably something like a reset of the computer. Unsure as to what it is. Take a break, folks, take a break. Time to get some more merchandise. Time to get another coffee. Time to get a hot dog. It's Sunday roast on a stick on a Thursday. Happy Waitangi Day to everybody here in New Zealand. Time at 7 minutes to, and an opportunity to reflect on our sponsors. The state insurance supported class, and state insurance, it is tailor-made insurance for you. Highly tuned motorcycle insurance. Star Insurance pioneered tailored Pioneer insurance. So it is a very unique way. Policies where you can customise for your personal needs. Not all bikes are created equal, but we can insure them for all kinds, including trikes, classics, collectible, off-road, cruisers, sport, custom scooters and touring bikes. On the awesome to remember phone number of 0800 250 600. That's Star Insurance Specialist. So check it out at starinsure.co.nz.
I was going to say that, but you can't go into there, so. Okay.
Thank you, folks. Would like to point out that today's event is being live streamed, so cameras here to take the action. The website you can go to, and you'll also be able to get recorded coverage of this, is at Ctas Live. That's ctaslive.co.nz. We special welcome to Grant down here. We'll be filming events here for the BurtMunro Challenge. So if you want to talk to your mates afterwards and tell them what they're missing out on and give them a taste of what they go, to remember that website, Ctas Live, and be able to follow the action. Of course, you could also, for those that haven't been able to make it, or they might still be sitting in a motel or campground somewhere waiting for the road to clear from wherever they are, you can tell them to go and watch it. Check it on your phone, of course, with some data, or maybe under Wi-Fi, or on any other device. So it is Ctas Live. Very valid point. In fact, for our Australian visitors here today, they can send that information back to family over there to be watching racing here. Everybody will be clad looking like polar bears, but of course it's more a wind chill factor here. The day itself, very nice. And you put the back of your hand on the tar seal to realise there's actually some good 2-minute call. 2-minute call. Thank you. Straight into it again. Classes. Thank you. AHRMA we're up to, and the pre-63 back to the dummy grid. Thank you, AHRMA, for those that were coming up next, and pre-63 to the dummy grid now. Thank you. No 5-minute call, guys. First up, best dress. Thank you. Our apologies for the delay. It's the kind of things that nature throws at us. It's another BurtMunro challenge. Well, the amazing feature, folks, is of all the massive rain that has been the cause of road closures and evacuations, there's very little rain has actually fallen here in the bottom of Southland. It's been more in northern western Southland is where the rain has been, to the extent of 3 times or 4 times the amount of rain here. Invercargill itself has had very little rain actually, but while when you're going around town you won't see any flooding in local streets or no threat for the underlying land. As you can see, it's all very flat and very close to a coastal area, but Invercargill itself has been reasonably isolated. Not dry, we're not trying to fool you in any way, but to give you an idea of nowhere near the velocity of the rain that has fallen in other areas. A call again, ARHMA, thank you, and pre-63 to the dummy grid now. Thank you. Right, watch out, folks. We're back onto it again. Back onto it. Want to get there's 2 things. First of all, we need to make sure that this does work. So a reset has been required. That's whereby our technician went up the hill as well. So we're rocking and rolling, everybody. ARHMA and pre-63 to the dummy grid now. 39, straight up. No mucking around. No mucking around. Here we are. The 39. This is Clint Whitten. Again, this is the father and son combination, Mick and Clint. Clint's been racing for 7 years, and he is the Class 3 Australian hill climb champion. So he's done this before in Australia. So wish him all the best. Here we go. Oh, beautiful start. And there it is, the hand shifting into gear. Oh, wasn't bad. Need to look out for it. Will we get the update to 111? 111, yes, Peter. Here we go. I couldn't get used to that, eh? Couldn't get used to that left-hand throttle, folks. Left-hand throttle. Here is Peter Berthasel. Peter Berthasel, so well done. There you go, that's the left-hand throttle working, as you can see it, left-hand throttle. Could you try and ever get used to that? Beautiful bit of machinery, sounding so nice. Well, a little bit of aftermarket front brake technology there, which I'm sure is a real blessing for these bikes. After all, they've got all the power to go fast, but in fact they've probably got not the best as AussieBikeTours.com.au. There we go, great work out there. Peter Berthasel. 25 up for us next, Paddy Snowden out of Christchurch. Got the lovely Indian. See, now he's done the conversion as well. He's got the right-hand throttle. Certainly what I'd be looking for. Oh, there it is, a beautiful Scout. Or in his case, as he's put on it, the Scout Special. Nice work. 25 up there for Paddy Snowden. Now to our number 7 and John Warmold. John was the one who was turned away when he was here before, about ready to have his run. We wish him a better turn this time. He's got the throttle on his left. He's got the throttle. You can spot which side the cable goes. So he's back to the original side. Throttle on your left-hand side. Historic Motorcycle Racing Association of Victoria as well. Nice work, gently off the line that time for John. We're now to number 50, Ralph Feely. So Ralph's got the Harley Davidson, so that's why he's not included in the Indian owners list. Still a reminder, of course, still fits into the hand shift. Again, rigid frame, no suspension, only in the seat itself. Girder forks. We've been so used here in New Zealand, of course, to having the British range of motorcycles as some of our real classics. So lovely to have the American range with the Indians and the Harleys. Here we are with number 100. This is Mick Ched Whitten. So Mick, this is Clint's dad. Been racing 14 years. Raced at Daytona, USA, and second time competing here at the Burt. Check that out, an absolutely straight pipe there, folks. There is no need for a muffler with that power. And again, left-hand throttle. There he is, the hand shift again. Now, of course, with using the throttle on your left hand, when you go and make the shift is sometimes on the left, so you've got to do it with your right hand. So that makes it very tricky indeed. So, 750 up here this time is Ross Boulding. And Ross is on the Harley Davidson. So he's got the throttle on his right-hand side. Well, the 28 this time of David Reedy out of Brighton on the 1928 Harley 1200. the number 45, Mr. Chris Friskin on the Indian Chief 1200, sponsored by Powerhouse Demolition Yard in Christchurch. So here we go. There's, of course, serious modifications to this bike, including completely modern front end, telescopic forks, but still has a rigid frame. Oh, man, he hasn't broken the beam. I don't think he's broken the beam, so we'll be all right. All right, so I'll take a little bit of a fire up and get it going again, so we'll bring up the next one. Well, our 42 this time. This is Charlie Palmer out of Australia. This is a Harley 1200, a 1937 bike, 1937. So again in our Oyster Cove restaurant and bar, pre-63 classic, pre-63 bike. Massive megaphone on the back again, drum brake. Oh! How's that? Is that one Harley 1200 or what? Woo! Who got that on video? Take a look. Wicked. Charlie Palmer. Remembering that name, folks, that bike can go out to go far. Right, here's Chris again, back on the modified pump house machine. Mr. Chris Friskin. 1946 Indian Chief 1200, of course, much bigger than the Scout. This is up to the Chief. As you can appreciate, the name Scout, well, it's a lower echelon than a Chief. Call now to a 5-minute call pre-72, 5-minute call pre-72, pre-72 classics, 5-minute call pre-72. Well, here we go, the 122, the Norton of Gary Cottrell, the Norton Max 500. Twin leading shoe, of course, clutch on the left, but foot operated gears on the right. Foot operated gears on the right. 32, 32, coming up to 32. Perfect gear choice to get away. That was sensational. Beautiful work there on the Velo 250. 219 up now. Upper Hutt's Brent Taylor on the Triumph Thunderbird 650. Well, the ground moves and the Triumph takes off. 155 on the Norton Atlas. Terry Galway. So Terry, great to have him with us, a man out of Marston and the Wairarapa. Two-minute call now, pre-72. 2-minute call, pre-72. $197 now. Christchurch's fill price on the Velo set 350. So Dylan, nice work. Love your work, boys, love your work. Beautiful motorcycles here, Oyster Cove Restaurant and Bar. Classic 363, final call now to pre-72 to the dummy grid, to pre-72. 85 up now for Graham Peters. Well, he's won plenty of trophies in this class over the years. Just hasn't quite had it singing a perfect song here today, but ready to go this time. Yeah, just missing a beat today, just missing a beat, unfortunately. 2:03 for Vince, here we are. A 5-minute call pre-82, 5-minute call pre-82. All right, Bluff Foursquare Supermarket Post Classic Pre-72 class in the 2:03 of Mr. Vince Sparrow, the model Goodsey man on the V-Sport 998, courtesy of Goodsey Cafe, Redline Oil and Sports Valves. Off the line, and man, he can make that go fast, can't he? Oh, here's beautiful Butch. Here we are, the 168. Who the Norton Commando fans out there, folks? Look at those megaphones. Look at the upturn pipe. How beautiful is this? The chrome twin shocks. Of course, also telescopic forks working there. Six all the way now. Kerry Williams from Christchurch, another Moto Goodsey man. $75 going all the way. Dylan Stanley, we've already seen Dylan on the CRF, so he's been out on one. Here's another one. I think, is that right? No, but it's in the, yeah, it's in this group, so he will be able to come back in time. So he's got his Honda Castrol RSD leathers on. Double overhead cam 450 technology. Well done out there to Dylan Invercoverman on the 1971 Honda. 32, welcome to Dave here. Dave and Swinger is Sue. I was inaccurately said before we had two competitors, female competitors. My apologies to Sue, we need to add her to our list. So the third of our ladies today, Katie, Stacey and Sue. Go girls. Electromoly Yamaha XS 750 up here. Dave, organiser extraordinaire with one of New Zealand's biggest classic events, the Southern Classic, held on the first weekend of December each year at Little. So well done there, Dave. Go for it. 21. Look at this. What a machine. Wow. See the Swinger, just with shoes on rather than boots, nothing wrong with that. all now pre-82 to the dummy grid, pre-82, still our Bluff 4 square pre-1972 class. '26, go Tim. Local man Mr. Tim Mulligan and his collection of 1972 Honda CB 750s. 20 up here this time with Jim Gopia and another of our CB Hondas, also 72, similar to what we've just seen. All you motorcycle enthusiasts out there to check that bike out, and it fits that as absolutely beautiful motorcycle, well presented. 1, 2, 3 now for Todd Johnston. Well done to Todd, and again that fantastic sound of a beautiful motor Goodsie. Right on the verging technology, of course, a twin disc on the front. So the clock is on. Reminder of that call again, pre-82. All right, up to the great Kevy, Mr. Kev Ryan. Triumph, calls it the 700. His foot peg had just clipped up there. There it is. 192, David Hamlin from Invercargill on the Honda CB350, the mechanic of Muzzler's bikes, Honda replica. All he's got in front of him is his rev counter. Nicely idling away there at about 3,000 revs. Some beautiful motorcycles today. Here we are with 162. Here we are with our the lady today, Stacey. Stacey, Katie and Sue, our three ladies today, so well done to Stacey. She's joined us out of Australia. Well done, Stacey. Special welcome to you on this. Here we are. It's written on the back, Girl Rider. So brought the bike over as well. On the CBR 750 racer. There she is away and getting a good start through there. So congratulations to Stacey Heaney, here we are, local star. Rocking on up now into our pre-82 and our final group pre-82. Southport Limited Post Classic. The 24 of Mr. Chris McMeekin on the Singleton Signs. Catherine Street Medical Centre, JRL Tuning supported Suzuki GSX 1100. Opting again for those wet weather tyres, so covered if should there be a spot of rain up there. One of the things about wet tyres, you've got a lot of good grip on the edge. Southport, New Zealand, it is our Southport after all. Here we are with the number 5. Welcome to Neil Waddell. And it's Neil out there on the Yamaha XT 500. Single cylinder Yamaha. Actually doesn't sound a lot like the original XT, very different, more of a megaphone type of muffler. Through the right-hander and away, straight in there, 71 for Anthony Toby Tutty, the man out of Wakefield on the TK Waiiti Limited Suzuki GSX 1100. Again, opting for the excellence of those beautiful Olin suspension on the back. So, of course, still twin fork technology. And 1100 will get off the line. No dispatching that. He gets a flying good start. Have we got our last? Have we got Mr. Brian Stevens is here, our last competitor for this run before we take a little break. Beautiful bike, well presented. Good on you, Brian. Of course, had his son compete here for a few years till he went across to Oz. We haven't been able to catch up, but here's Brian. Brian is what we call today our club representative riders rep. So just adds another perspective on those that take feedback of the event and the safe running thereof. Straight into it, off the line and straight on to 7,000 revs and away. There we are, folks. Those riders now will be assembled at the top and we'll come on down. Now's your best opportunity. More of the merchandise time. So go and grab the merchandise. So merchandise time. What about a coffee? What about a hot dog? Oh, no, there we go. Oh, they are going to let him come through. Oh, no. Oh, we are going to go back. We are going to allow. Oh, these organisers are very lenient. Well done, well done. He hasn't come all the way from Aussie just for the nice weather. This is our 62 in the class. Here's Heaney out of Australia. I presume Stacey put two and two together. He made 4 or 6 or 1 or 3, aren't you? Anyway, you get the idea. He just got away with that. Hey now, folks, time for the merchandise. 2:30 for that run. Now that run has taken approximately an hour 20, so we're going to do that again and again and again. So that gives you an idea today of your timetable, no matter what you're planning here today. Now I certainly recommend staying around for the next half because they were the older bikes, so some of you may have enjoyed those, or if you like the modern bikes and the faster bikes, well, they are coming up into our second part of our program. All right, so it's merchandise time, folks. Merchandise time. People have asked where, just over here on the left-hand side or the city side, the port side of the racetrack. So come and check it out. It's all in a trailer. It's a 2020 BurtMunro Challenge merchandise for you today. I want to go through this list again. T-shirts, event shirts, polo shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, singlets, cami singlets, caps, bucket hats, beanies, patches, pewter belt buckles, porcelain mugs, magnets, and poster sets. FPOS is available. And of course, right here today, the one that counts is the hill climb, all right? So that's the event T-shirt for today. The 14th Annual BurtMunro Challenge Hill Climb Championship, and there it is, 2020. And a photo in there of some riders going up, where the road and the racing begins. So check it out. Nice T-shirt, well done. XL and large is all that's left. See, I told you before about how it was in demand. And what about this cool lot of posters? How neat are these? So, there's a magnet. Everybody's got a fridge, all right? Because if there's the only fan you'll get, it's a fridge magnet fan. Oh, and the belt buckle, cool. Cool belt buckles, well done. So there you go. Pewter, it's a real pewter one as well. So fantastic, well done. So, and there's little pins as well. So we've got the pin badges as well. So there you go, not many of those. For example, the HillClimb t-shirt today, there's only 2 sizes left. So you got your BMC gear. Come and check it out, folks. Hoodies, the t-shirts, the singlets, the caps, buckets hat. I find bucket hats awesome. Why? Because they're good for any conditions, wet or dry, windy or not, and super sun. They are amazing, keeping those ears out of the weather conditions. So there you go. All right, hot food available around here as well. There's the hot donuts, there's our hot food. So plenty of choices around here. And of course, our Mocha Rocker ladies are roasting up a beautiful bean for you. They are your barista specialists, and you'll find them at so many super events as part of the BurtMunro Challenge. So go and check them out. You'll love Mocha Rocker. Grab yourself a coffee now. The weather's way better than you thought, wasn't it? See, the weather forecast, remembering the people that do the weather forecast for this place live somewhere else. It's the locals that'll tell you. That's why we rely on Bill. Bill, of course, is a local pilot. He knows all about weather conditions. What he has said is it is reasonable weather for this event. Reasonable weather, maybe some rain on Friday morning. Maybe some, Saturday morning. So there you go. Should be hopefully another good day tomorrow. So rely on your locals. And check it out. Weather on our side. Beautiful day in paradise. Yeah, a little bit blustery. Certainly not too cold. Watch out, folks. Bikes are coming down. Watch out, bikes are coming down. Thank you. 5-minute call pre-89, 5-minute call pre-89. 5 minutes. Remembering you're up here and assembled as the other ones are coming down the hill. Pre-89, your 5-minute call. Thank you. Here we go. Vehicles coming down. Vehicles coming down. Watch the pits. Pre-89, 5-minute call, pre-89. Pre-89, 2-minute call. Pre-89, 2-minute call. Not here yet, guys. The track has been cleared. We're almost ready to go. 2-minute call. Just a reminder, folks, you are all invited to our prize game. Will be held down at the Golden Galleon afterwards, so most welcome to come and join us. It's not a closed function, there's a bar. So we've got our dual function centre down there between the Golden Galleon and the Anchorage, so you can come down and join us. You're most welcome at the conclusion of racing today. And a reminder, we've still got the Harley-Davidson drags to go, the Harley-Davidson drags. And they are, of course, on at Teretonga Raceway today. So you can certainly tear along there as well and catch some great fun with our drag meeting today. Teretonga drags. Number of these competitors will be doubling up. Number of them will be using their same bikes. Others will have a bike ready to go. And there's others that have just come for some drag racing alone. There'll be some specialist drag bikes along there as well. So keen to look out for it. Of course, our modified class, our standard classes, our drag classes. So a lot of fun. So run by Southern Drags and held on the front straight at Teretonga. So that's from 6 p.m. tonight, 6 p.m. So, of course, twilight time down here. Plenty of opportunities to catch that racing for another 3 hours. And with a beautiful day like this, I'm sure the sun will be shining all the way through till after 9 o'clock. So come and join us.